Oh, okay. I know it's been almost a year, but if it's any consolation, it's been one heck of a year for me. New job, new house, new physique, and best of all, a new computer. I've remodeled just about everything except this YouTube page. Additionally, I've been GMing 2 tabletop campaigns, and that takes time, putting together dungeons and villains and what have you. But this isn't about that. This is not about me, not about anything I've done with my life, and enabled me to be lazy about updates. It's nothing. Don't ignore all that. I should probably cut this intro, but I'm too committed, and artificially lengthening the video by adding more fluff. So anyway, I figured what with the holiday season upon us, like a hungry panther, and Steam's annual big ol' sale drawing closer every day, I'd just list off a couple games I've really enjoyed playing this year that you might want to be on the lookout for when they go on sale. And chances are these games weren't released this year because I don't buy too many games, and I definitely don't buy anything that's new. Whenever I do, the last 3 times I've done that, that one, and that one, horrible disappointments. So I will not. Don't buy new games, kids. There's plenty to play out there. You've got options. Anyway, I'm not going to include any of the console titles I've played. This is mostly about the things you can get on Steam or GOG or Chrono GG or Fanatical or the Humble Store or wherever you choose to get your digitally downloaded goodness. I'm just going to ramble and show some clips from the trailers of each game, so, without further ado, 20XX. It's not Mega Man, but it's close and a roguelike game, so grab your knockoff Buster Cannon and do what needs to be done. Between the music and the gameplay, definitely captures the spirit of the classic Mega Man titles. Apparently Mega Man 11 wasn't that great, so if you want your Mega Man fix, just grab 20XX. You beat the boss, you get the power-up, rinse and repeat till the game's done. Next. A Hat in Time. The 3D platforming market has been slow, if not dead, these past couple of years. No Banjo-Kazooies, no Mario Odyssey, but if you don't own a Switch, what are you going to do? So, A Hat in Time is really a rare gem to find these days. I highly recommend it. It's colorful, it's whimsical, the characters are enjoyable. It's a solid ROM, and they just released DLC, which adds hours and hours of content. Granted, it's not free anymore, you gotta buy that DLC. But it's well worth it. It's not dark or brooding or serious. It's childlike and whimsical. That's kind of what I look for in a 3D platformer, and besides, it's Christmas. Why are you brooding, Mr. Wayne? Screw that. The Batman games are all on sale too. You can go grab those, I'm sure. They're cheap, they're also fun. Not so much Arkham Knight, but, Alright, just A Hat in Time. Solid game. It now has, I think, 2-person multiplayer. I haven't played that aspect of it, but the single-player campaign, start to finish, top-notch. Hitman. I know the second one just came out, and the second one has DLC, which puts every mission from the first game into the second game. So honestly, I want to get Hitman 2 at some point. At some point, I still haven't even finished this one. Believe you me, Wish I had. I wish I had enough time to do that, but... priorities, kids. That's... I don't know why I keep calling you kids. Chances are, if you're listening to this, you're the same age as me. I'm getting off track. Point is, Hitman is amazing. I got it off the Humble Bundle with all the DLC. I don't care about the story at all, but just sneaking around, disguising yourself as whoever happens to be standing by, and making less than subtle assassination attempts has filled my hours with constant fun. Look, quick story. One of my first assassination attempts. There's this huge party going on. Snuck in, disguised myself as a waiter. Learned the target's favorite drink. Snuck behind the bar. Made his favorite drink. Served him his favorite drink. His final drink, if you will. And as he walked away smiling, I realized I forgot to poison it, so I pulled out a gun and shot him in the back of the head before security killed me. 10 out of 10, honestly. If you can find it, buy it.
Each hit can go from bloody murder to a genuine masterpiece of assassination.
Rimworld. You've crash-landed on a desolate, somewhat Earth-like planet. You build up your colony, and a storyteller helps you, get along.
Manual labor is unbecoming.
Rimworld, you play, it's a colony simulation kind of game. As a player, you go until you either find a way off the rock, or you stop caring about your colonists. What really drives this game is how in-depth each little pawn is, and how they've all got their own unique personality traits and the inner conflicts they have with each other. And one of the most amazing things about it was made by one guy over the course of 5 years, and it's just incredible. On top of that, the mod support in the community is gigantic. If you can't manage to get 20 hours at least minimum of fun out of this, then it probably wasn't your type of game to begin with, and I don't know why you thought you'd enjoy it. The darkest dungeon.
There is a place beneath.
For the masochist in all of us, this is a turn-based RPG with a lot more sacrifice, loss, and demoralization than I personally want from my games. But if you like turn-based Dark Souls with a Lovecraftian twist, you're gonna enjoy this one. Just as a fair warning, this is the message that pops up each time you start the game, just so you, as the player, know what you're getting into. But frankly, it's one of the most strangely endearing experiences. The narrator, who got his start in narrating Lovecraft audiobooks, is phenomenal. I highly recommend Darkest Dungeon, even if you don't finish it. I didn't. I'm not proud of that fact.
Of the Darkest Dungeon.
Ever since man first knocked man through a plate glass window, we have looked up at the stars and wondered, what if we could do that, but in space? Well,
Heat signature. You stop time, you take an action, you stop time, you take an action, and yet it's not a turn-based game. It's more of a puzzle game than a stealth action game, and it's from the makers of Gunpoint, another game I highly recommend, by the way. Heat signature is about approaching impossible odds with whatever garbage you've managed to scrape together and coming out feeling like a badass, or dying in the vacuum of space. Either way, it's one of the best roguelikes I've ever played.
So it's time to throw yourself.
XCOM 2. Commander, if you can find what is easily one of the greatest turn-based strategy titles out there on sale this season, I implore you to grab it, especially if you can get it with the War of the Chosen DLC. Truly a phenomenal title. Great balance of challenge that gives you, dare I say, a sense of accomplishment when you end a mission with no injuries or deaths on your squad. Also, you can mod your character to look like Tracer from Overwatch, so that's cool. But that's not really what makes the game great. But the modding community is very big. So go get XCOM 2. Do you like deck building games? Do you like games where you draft decks out of randomly chosen cards? Well, grab your deck box and ascend to the top of the tower to face off against a variety of enemies and bosses on your way to slay the Spire. In all seriousness, this one came out of nowhere and it's just been an absolute delight. I think it's still in early access, so technically it hasn't even come out yet this year, but my god, it's truly an indie gem, and I highly recommend it at its full price, so if you can grab it on sale, by all means. I think I'll stop there. If you're anything like me, your backlog is already long enough without me adding to it. If you need me to elaborate on any of these titles or anything else in my Steam library, just ask. Happy holiday bargain hunting, everybody. Be safe, have fun, and hey, maybe next year I'll make more than one video. Wouldn't that be nice? Don't count on it! Bonus Rambo. Nothing says Christmas like murdering aliens. Well, maybe Gremlins. That's not really a Christmas movie. It's kind of a Christmas movie. It's set at Christmas. Okay, I'm gonna stop. I just really like this game. Like, if you had to pick one on this list, well, I mean, I guess that's not fair to do, because they're all different genres of game. So it really depends on what you like. So ignore all this. I'm going to cut this out and make it as a bonus section at the end, because some people like to hear me ramble. I guess, frankly, you get my most honest opinions when I start rambling. Granted, it's like a beehive, just kind of with a bunch of dumb bees knocking into each other. No purpose or actual... You know what? This has rambled way too long. Why am I doing this? I mean, the recordings, it's been a while. I actually like doing those. And I feel bad that I've let this all go to shit. But, I said a bad word on YouTube!